Good morning, everyone. I set the time wrong. I realized that right now, because normally I'm aiming to have the stream start at 9, and I think I had it start at 9:02. To which I say, oops. My bad. Oh my god, there's a morning train?
I had a dream where I was in the middle of streaming and something happened and I was like, Chaz, we need to make this an alert.
That's not a dream. That's a reality for me on a weekly basis. Chaz, we gotta do... It's fine. They did it. Holy crap. Morning train. A rare morning train. Hey, y'all. Hope y'all are doing good.
It was something like some sort of like musical build-up, and then it just ends. And like that was it.
Like when Link is being chased by the Guardians, like...
No, it started like soft and like slow, and then it got like more intense.
And then chat's like, oh man, here comes the drop.
Yeah.
Here comes the drop.
Nothing.
And then there's just no drop.
There's nothing.
Good morning, everyone. A few things. For one, I heard the special alert or I don't know what you want to call it, secondary alert going off. If anyone wasn't here Friday, that will be new. So for folks that are subscribed to Mao, and there's a caveat here. There's a little caveat here. Folks that are subscribed to Mao that have had their subscription play on your stream.
I see.
There's a tiny caveat. They get a paint splash in addition to their crunch if they are subscribed. So if you're subscribed to both channels, there's like an additional connection across the channels, which is fun. So if you subscribe to Mal now, it won't show up. But if you have been subscribed for her first stream and it played on stream, then it'll play. So.
You're good, no run.
Okay. And if you're like, Mal will have to stream again, so I can get that to happen.
Don't worry.
Don't worry, that's happening again this week. So, I believe we're going to stream again on Thursday evening. After that, then it'll get a little rough, right? Because the moving stuff will actually take place. I didn't even get the sleep out of my eyes this morning. I was like, why do my eyes hurt? So...
It will be another cooking this week.
Things will go wild, but yeah, we're gonna do another one.
There is a limited number of streams left in this house.
Yeah, very limited actually. Like I can probably count them. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5.
6.
You're wrong. It's 5.
Gallop into a scrumptiousness, cunning with Tiny Eddie's secretive hairnet soda.
Secretive hairnet soda. It's a filter. The hairnet is the filter. We get thoughts about some Shadowplay 626 says, Tiny Eddie, I need one birthday snack. Please make it edible. Can never guarantee that. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Secretive hairnet soda, honestly, in the realm of things, doesn't seem all that bad. We'll just assume that the hairnets are new and clean. And that's how you gallop into a scrumptiousness. Gallop straight in there. Also, were you counting disc only?
No.
Oh, well then it's 5.
There's 4 breakfast streams alone, counting today.
No, there's 3.
What are we doing Thursday then? Next week. Oh yeah.
It's alright. I'm on the ball.
Yeah.
I'm on the ball. We got 10 gift subs from Valix Butterfly. Hey! 10 gift subs to Dandy Girl 105. Siberian Plays King Frigid. Puddleglum FF10. Unreliable. I think I got that right. Fusion Counter. Yami Florence. Bahamut 26. Starlone Gunner. And Dark Dream 7. Valix. Thank you. Appreciate it. We also got 30 months from Cock9, 45 months from Gold Mage, 3 months from Rays of Sunshine, 43 from Twitchy Toes, 43 from Mr. Game Boy, Anise gifted to sub to Mr. Raichu Dude, 14 months from Alvin 400, 55 months from Squid of Baconator, 5 months from Node Sandwich, 13 from Warrant 0, 32 from Trademark 13, Private Brother for Christ gifted to sub to the Lone Sand Slash, 30 months from Tiger, 24 months from Valix Butterfly. Congrats on the 2. We get 23 months from Hero Protagonist, 9 months from Supersonic Dog, 36 months from Summer Essentia. Congrats on the 3. 41 months from Gonzo Tinkerman, 37 months from Charlemagne 25. We get a subscription from YTGCR85. Welcome. 11 months from Sacadamus. 7 months from Haste the Day 86. 17 months from Svandera. 37 months from Josh R2D2. 37 months from Adrian Kell. 44 months from Xena Fantasies. 11 months from Nat Common. We get 3 bits from The Tacos Are Here. 3 bits also from Genesis, who says, last night was the first game in the Canes versus Islanders playoff series. The Canes won!
Yeah!
Good luck to all my fellow hockey fans whose team is in the playoffs, except the Rangers.
Is it best out of 7? That's what it is, right? For the playoffs?
That is a question I do not know.
Who
it's
knows?
fun. It's
Genesis,
fun
because... First to 4.
Which would be best of 7?
Mm-hmm.
Best of 7.
The flavor is in the guitar. Tiny Eddie's fanciful lumpy seltzer jerky.
You have to extract the guitar nougat. That's how it works. Yeah, it was fun because the first game is Canes versus Islanders.
Yeah.
And that's who were playing each other in the hockey game.
Playoffs now. Mm-hmm.
No, well, but I'm saying, yes, I'm saying the playoffs is the same as the vlog, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was the same score too. It was 2-1.
Anyway, that vlog came out yesterday.
Yeah.
That's the funny
And that
thing.
was when the game happened yesterday.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
And the score was the same for both.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Anyway. 1,000 bits from Leaf says, alright, Tiny Eddie, I need a power energy snack for having had 0 sleep. Oh no. Do your energetic worse. Also, good vibes to everyone today. 0 sleep is very little sleep.
It is not good.
Fanciful, lumpy seltzer jerky. So the seltzer must be a medicated jerky.
Seltzer doesn't have to be medicated. It can be like seltzer water.
Well, in this particular case...
Which is LaCroix without flavoring.
In this particular case, it needs to be. It's lumpy because there's so much medicine in
Chunks
it.
of seltzer?
Chunks of caffeine. It's jerky
There's
just
a kitty.
laced with caffeine pills. That sounds like a real product, to be honest. That's a very, like, American product. It's like, we laced this jerky with caffeine pills. That sounds real. I think you could find that at a truck stop, gas station, somewhere in America. Either way, Leaf, I hope you get some sleep soon. It's very difficult to operate on no sleep. Mm-hmm. Ask me how I know. We get 510 bits from Anissa, says, maybe a pretty bird will distract me from having the flu. Good vibes! Flu is rough.
Yeah.
I hope that you're able to recover from that very, very quickly.
Drink some liquids. Get some rest.
Drink all the liquids, actually. All of them. Don't stop. When I'm sick, I have to, like, consciously tell myself that, too. I'm like, I have to keep drinking liquids. It gets the hard part for me. We get 500 bits from Alex Butterfly. It says, wait, are the paint drips for those of us who are subbed to both channels? Because if that's the case, that's super cool. Also Bird. Yep. So again, if you are, Haley, I like that obsession. That's a good obsession. Yeah, if you are subbed to Malmakes and then you sub here, the paint splash will appear here. Once you've seen the alert happen at least once on Mouse Channel.
Yeah.
Doing that sort of connectivity, like, is basically wizard magic provided by our resident wizard, and there's some prerequisites for it to be able to work.
Yeah.
But it's really cool and exciting, and I'm glad that it works because it's a really neat thing. So, and yeah, Mal will be streaming again. We'll be doing another dinner stream, I'm sure, on Thursday. The move is coming soon.
Yes.
Like, and it's, you know that because there's nothing on the shelves behind us. But then also, last night we were packing up more stuff. Mal was working on packing up her office. I packed up...
Almost all the board games are packed?
Yeah, most of the board games are out of there. Everything that was, like, next... Like, in the entertainment center, in the living room... Every time, Vagabond, you're moving?
Did you pack the Battery Daddy?
The Battery Daddy is still on the counter.
Okay.
I didn't pack that yet.
Let me make a note about the Battery Daddy. We should take the Battery Daddy over there.
Okay. Oh, and the other thing is that I did, for the first time, actually film inside the place for the vlog yesterday, so...
Good morning, Josh.
Good morning, Josh. Hope you're doing well. You'll take my dad. Didn't you already do that? Isn't he with you right now? So I'm looking forward to getting a chance to film upstairs, because yesterday we had to go over to the house because they shampooed the carpets. All of the carpets in the house are upstairs.
Besides one, but yes.
Whatever. So we filmed the first floor, and we'll show off the second floor at a later time. It doesn't matter right now because vlogs are still a little behind, but I'm working on it. It's really hard. I don't have enough time to work on things because I also have to dedicate time to packing, and it hurts my soul, but it's...
You're doing what you can while you can.
Yeah. I'm trying. You say vlogs can wait, but there is there's an amount of vlogs I can get behind before my brain starts to scream and eats the rest of my body. So there's, something to consider. Just a little bit. A little tiny bit. We got 10 months from Hero King Lucina, 35 months from the Bassoonist 7513.
You'll snore with laughableness when eating Tiny Eddie's diced plaid rowdy mini heart tarts.
Mini heart tarts.
Elizabeth from Aldo says, "Oh, lover's tree, my grandpa has successfully filmed for the first time." You'll snore with laughableness. Is that just whenever you're snoring, but you think of something funny in your sleep, so you...
Yeah.
Diced, plaid, rowdy, mini heart tarts. Mini heart tarts. Oh, there's little things.
Conversation hearts? Yes.
Conversation hearts, yeah. But they're plaid, and they're diced.
And they're rowdy.
Well, they're rowdy because if they're diced, they're real sharp in your mouth. Companies should try and make some good ones. They had some around Valentine's Day, and I didn't get some. I saw them, and my brain briefly was like, I want to eat those again to try and decide as an adult if they are as bad as I remember them as a kid, but I didn't try them.
Next year.
I gotta wait till next year.
Uh-huh. You're not missing out.
Because from what I recall...
What's a better thing than those? You know the dinner mints that melt in your mouth?
Yeah.
Those are better.
Yeah, but that's like not the same product.
I don't care. They're better.
I think a more apt comparison would have been to like Sweet Tarts, or for the Canadians, Rockets. Because those
are still better than Conversation Hearts.
They are, and my question is, why don't they make Conversation Hearts just taste like Sweet Tarts?
I don't know.
Why don't they do that? Anyway, we got 3 bits from Gamers 00700 with George Kepler Star Rain. That's you, little buddy. You sleeping?
He's sleeping.
He's sleeping. 9 months from Tsunami Kitten. 7 months from SophG93. 3 bits from Gold Major says, ancient Egyptian goddess Hecate watched over pregnancies and births and was associated with frogs and depicted as frog-shaped. Frog icons were considered protective for pregnancies.
Did not know that. Cool.
Interesting. And then it makes you wonder, like, why the frog? Why was that chosen? That is interesting, though. Thanks for sharing that fact. We also had 17 months from Nintendo Nitwit. Appreciate it.
Josh, are you still here?
Josh is with us in spirit. But
I
also,
know that.
maybe, Why do you ask?
I was just gonna ask Josh publicly. Josh, you wanna come help me at the new house like this week sometime?
You're gonna shame the boy?
No, he can say no.
No, he can't.
He can. He can have stuff to do. People have things going on.
You can't do that to Josh in public. You can't be like, it's okay, you can tell us no.
You can.
Jesus. Sure! Josh at home. God, yes! Yes!
Josh, you can't say no, really.
Yeah, so there's so many things to talk about in relation to the new place. The place is clean now. You know?
Yeah.
It's like proposing in public. A little bit, yeah. Yeah, the place is clean, which prior to this point it has not been. Which was, let's say, frustrating.
Yeah.
It's fine. So at this point, we can start moving things over there.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do that a little bit because we're moving equipment. We're not letting. I don't let the movers handle the equipment.
I don't think the movers want to handle
They
the
don't.
equipment.
When we had someone from the moving company walk through and like take a tally to try and get an estimate for our move, and when they were doing that, we were telling them like, we'll take this, and they're like, good. They're like, yeah, good. You move that. That's better if you move that. And I'm like, I know. I'm well aware. I don't want y'all touching that. Sorry. So, you know, the having movers genuinely helpful because like it's big burly guys that come in and just like get stuff done, just hot. That's good. That part good. I want them touching all the stuff that, you know, if like me and Alex were moving, we would both go, ah! You know, that's the thing that I want them to take care of. And they can do it quick. They can move all the furniture. There's like the shelves and couches. I don't want to do that. That's bad. And actually, now more than ever, there's times I do just a little bit of something, and then like my costicondritis screams for like a week.
Yeah.
So more than ever, I should be like, no, I'm not going to move like that. A day of that would probably cause irreparable damage. We got 24 months from K Crinion. Congrats on the 2. And 5 months from Amehare to Flagboy1213, Purple Pixel, Randy B213, The Google 225, and Musee. Amehare, thank you.
You said 5 months, not 5 subs.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, gifted 5 months.
Individual.
Individual months to those people. It's still sort of correct. Technically works. It's the best kind of works. Gamers00700 gifted a sub to Dtran365. Appreciate it. And here, have a snack.
Snack like a cured queen with Tiny Eddie's crunchy biscuit sliders.
That works.
A cured queen. That was a bit from Zeta Fantasies. Tiny Eddie, what shall I have for a belated birthday snack? Birthday was on Sunday. Well, happy belated. And have you considered crunchy biscuit sliders?
For your birthday.
When I think of biscuit...
Or like cookie biscuit.
Yeah.
Like an English biscuit.
An English biscuit,
Yeah.
I guess. Adding sliders feels...
Space Vixen Music asking the real question. Cured as in healed or cured as in finely spiced?
I like finely spiced. When I think of how I want my queen, it's spicy queen. Little spicy queen. We actually have a snack.
We do.
We have a snack. Check this out. You know what this is? So first things first, if you send in mail in the last 2 months, it's open. Thank you all for your mail. It was the last mail video that we'll be recording in this place. One of the things that we received was one of the missing Girl Scout cookies that we could not order when we went to do our order, and that's the Raspberry Raleighs. So we've never tried these. We're going to try them now. They look like Thin Mints. That's very good. Sacroselica, thank you.
They are very good.
Wow. If you eat more, they are addicting.
Well, thank you for sending 3 boxes.
Yeah. So it was funny because was that the last piece of mail in the video? There was a lot in that box, and Mel just kept digging and finding more and more stuff, and we didn't realize there were 3 boxes of them until the end. Haley's like, yeah. Alex and Haley, you guys can have your own box.
Send a box to the guys too.
Yeah. So everyone gets a chance to try them. That was very good. That was very good. Sacroselica had written in the note that it was like 10 out of 10. That is very good. I mean, if you're super into mint, I can understand you still thinking maybe a thin mint is better. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, this is better than a thin mint. Yeah. Don't worry, Triforce lads. There's a box for you as well. Yeah, it's really good. We got 300 from Genesis. This is going to incite camera talk, but I just learned that different focal lengths dramatically change how a photo of a person's face looks. It's true. It's true. If when you're taking a portrait of someone, there are certain focal lengths that they say are, like more flattering for people than others. But if you compare, let's say, a very, very wide lens to a telephoto, it is wildly different.
Sacroselica wants to know if our Girl Scout cookie rating changes. These are probably still my second favorite. Samoas are just...
I'm going to put these behind the peanut butter ones still.
Samoas, raspberry...
But these are really good. I like
whatever
these a
else
lot.
my list was, but these are definitely second.
Yeah, these are really good. I like them a lot. Your magic can look great at every focal length.
Haley.
So sweet. It's not true, but it's so sweet. Yeah, Vagabond says like 50 millimeter or so is the go-to, I think. Yeah, for portrait photography, I believe between 50 and 85 is what people tend to use. But you can, depending on what you want someone to look like. And anyone who's yawning, I promise you, is only because they don't know how drastic it is.
There's a GIF I've seen of a guy, and he has like orange hair, I think. But it does, like, it's a GIF, and it goes between like, this is how it is wide angle, and this is telephoto, and his face stretches out like from the center. Like, it's very different.
I've seen multiple people do that test. Basically, the idea is to make sure that the person's... Yeah, this is a helpful image. So this actually shows how different a person looks. Look at the top left versus the top right. The person is the same. But, like, depending on the focal length of the lens used, it drastically changes what you look like. And the reason that that's important is because if you need a photo of yourself for whatever reason, understanding how that's going to change what you look like is important. If there's ever been a photo of yourself where you're like, it just doesn't look right, that could be it, is that it could be on a completely different focal length. So, yeah. Randy says, is it AI? No, that was real. That was actually real. That is what camera lenses do to your face. So, yeah, I've seen the animated GIF example before, where what they'll do is
I found the one I meant, but this one's better.
Yeah. Oh, Mal's gonna get this up on screen too, so you can see it in motion. Where if you frame someone's face the same, and then you do different focal lengths, you'll see actually what the face is doing. Does
I think I did it right.
Do we get animated GIFs work well on the thing? I think they do. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if Yeah, and a dolly zoom is actually a great example in a film if you can find especially a really long dolly zoom.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you see how much the face is changing? That person is the same person, but depending on the focal length, it changes a lot. So the face gets real narrow whenever you have a wide lens, and it gets real wide when you have a long lens. So, yeah, that sort of thing is really cool and fascinating to me. I've always loved that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm glad that you learned about that, because this is the sort of stuff that like I think is really cool, and a lot of people don't even know it's a thing. And it's true. Now, for most people, like within the realm of like focal lengths you're going to like generally work with, you're probably not going to see
either extreme.
You're not going to see extremes, right?
Yeah.
Like where the face is real wide. No normal person in their day-to-day is going to be working with like a 200 millimeter lens. Like, it's not going to happen. But the difference between, 20 and 35, that could come into play, and that makes a pretty big difference. So it's like stuff to think about, depending on what you're doing. Anyway.
This has been your monthly camera chat with Stephen.
Monthly? Am I getting...
Limited, yes.
I guess I have to get a 200 millimeter lens to pitch you off. Like, what's the... Just to give a quick example, and I promise I'll stop talking about this. Although I think it's fascinating and I think people like learning. So the full frame equivalents on... This is the iPhone 12. So the iPhone 12 has got a 13 millimeter for its ultra wide. Its normal wide lens is 26 millimeter, which I find a little narrow, but whatever. And then the telescopic lens is 65. So like we don't have anything close to the extremes. Although there's Android devices that have pretty long lenses. I think. A little longer. They have some of the Android ones that they got the, what do they call it? Periscope lenses, where the lens is built vertically inside.
And then there's a mirror.
Yeah, and the big rumor right now is that the iPhone 15 is going to get one of those, so it'll be a little bit longer. Anyway. There's lots of cool things, is what I'm trying to say. There's lots of cool things. I like to share the cool things I know. 14 months from Hang W. Bernie, and 6 months from Candy Lou B. Appreciate it. I still have one of these raspberry Raleighs.
They're
also,
very sweet.
How appropriate is it that Raleigh is almost the word Raleigh?
That too.
It's a raspberry Raleigh. That's true. I was at Haley's place the other day, and she was teaching me about keyboards. Mm-hmm. I don't know anything about keyboards. Like,
Let me answer that from Relkin96, who resubbed at 2 months. You guys going to a Canes playoff game? I actually looked at tickets last night, and they're not terrible. Like, there were some seats available in, like, front row, right behind the plastic. And I was like, ooh, that would have been fun.
So I was at Haley's place the other day, and she was showing... Okay, so she actually wrote... I trapped Steven in R&D and forced him to try different keyboard switches. Boba Gum, Boba U4, Boba U42, or U4T. So I don't know anything about keyboards, and the primary reason is I have been a Mac OS user for a long time. And you could technically hook up any keyboard to Mac OS, but I tend to just use the Apple keyboards. I like that style of keyboard because I've used it for so long, like the chiclet style. And then also, when I'm using a Windows PC to play games, historically I've went for just quiet keyboards because I don't want any sound to come up over the recording. So I don't know anything about keyboards. So it's kind of interesting to learn about them and how, I mean, the audio levels are different, which is something I've always cared about, but then also like the travel is different. Yeah. So yeah, a clicky keyboard
I've heard that, Renee.
No clicky keyboards. No clicky. Do not want the clicky. Don't want the clicky in the house. But it was interesting to like learn about all that. And Haley's setup is actually particularly interesting because it's like whenever she got it, she just got the board and then basically had to build the whole thing. And it's an ergonomic keyboard, so it's like two halves that are joined by a
cable.
A TRRS cable. So yeah, it's neat. A Lily 58. Yeah. The keyboard that I use now is actually a little clicky, but it's not so loud that it comes across things. And that is, it's whatever Emil gave me that one time.
Yeah.
I don't know what the name of it is.
I don't either.
But that's the one that I've been using. So, yeah. Yeah, I've always been a fan of the Mac keyboards, and like people that are into keyboards, I feel would probably really hate those because they're so different. But I've always really liked them.
See, yeah, I just grow my nails long, so my nails make the clicky.
Oh, so you get the clicky no matter what.
Yeah. But I can roll my fingers back and not click as much because I don't grow my nails ultra long.
Yeah. I mean, if you're playing a computer game,
yeah,
it's pretty different than typing. Unless you're playing Typing of the Dead or something. I mean, like you're only using a few keys and it's not making a lot of sound. This will be relevant again soon because once we move, one of the things I never really got set up in a way I wanted to here was I didn't get my second desk set up where I would like do game streams. I need to fix that.
There's a lot we're gonna do at the new house.
There is a lot we're gonna do at the new house. We're really trying to attack it quickly and set things up the way that we want because we lived here for 8 or 9 months and we made a lot of progress, but there were still a lot of things that we hadn't quite done.
Yeah.
That's the big question. NK says, but how are you going to decorate your weird secret room with a drive-through window? I don't know.
I think we'll store mail there. And like...
Yeah.
I did a large project the last 5 days. Not like it took 5 days. It kind of got spread out because of things. Yeah. And it ended yesterday with me shredding a ton of papers. And it'd be so nice if we had the shredder just set up so I could shred and you could shred. And we don't have a stack of 4 years of papers to shred.
Yes.
Stuff like that would be great.
Possibly, Josh. I don't even know what our schedule is. This week is a little weird, but we do have a lot of stuff to do, like packing and unpacking and junk. So yeah, so today is a pretty big day because we have things to do. I've got a recording that I have to make, which I'll just keep a secret, although I think it'll be out tomorrow, so it won't be a secret for very long.
Disc only tonight?
Disc only tonight. Probably. I mean, yes, it is tonight.
I mean, that's what I've been told.
Yeah. Yeah, First 20s never stopped being a thing technically. They just became less of a thing because when life got hard and there's a lot of things to deal with and we needed to relieve pressure, first 20 is a very easy thing to just stop doing. But the crab game was fun. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you saw the crab game, Crab Champions. It's like a third-person crab roguelike. It's fun. You get a gun. I think that we're going to do Stephen and Friends with that. I just don't know when. But yeah, if you get a chance, check out Crab Game. So, hey, Elusive. We're doing good. We're doing pretty good. I mean, we have to move, and that's awful. But everything else is fine. Everything else is pretty good. Yeah, so yeah, there was a first 20 yesterday, and I'm recording what is ostensibly a first 20 today.
Yeah.
There might be more than one episode. We'll see how it goes. But right now I'm in a time where, like, I need some content because Mario is over. And we're moving. Mm-hmm. And, like, everything is bad. And it's like, you know, I might do a first 20, and if I am having fun with it, I'll just play a lot. I'll just keep going and be like, this is a long first 20. Because, like, we need stuff to post on the channel. And the amount of time I have to dedicate to that is really low right now. So it's like, well, if I can just do it, and then I'll just do it. So it's fine. I don't know if we'd call it a first 20 if we end up making a bunch of it, but whatever. Maybe. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Nothing. What playlist something is in, it can be in 2 playlists.
Yeah, why not?
We could put it in the first 20 playlists and be like, oh, we played more. Well, then the first episode and all the other ones go into its own playlist. Like, whatever. It doesn't, nothing matter. Yeah, first 20, second 20, third 20, fourth 20. Hey, welcome to fifth 20. Anyway, we got, it is a lawless land. I've learned more.
There are no rules.
I've learned more in the past, like, year and a half about, like, YouTube and, like, my rigidity of things and how, like, nothing matters.
No.
And I'm like, all right, we'll just do whatever we want. We got 300 Bits from Shy. It says, I saw a video a while back about Talladega Speedway documenting its strange, shady history. Apparently, Talladega, Alabama was the third location considered after failure to secure land in Raleigh, North Carolina, and Greenville, South Carolina. Oh, interesting. I mean, we have Darlington.
That's in Darlington.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't mean we have Darlington in Raleigh. I mean, we have Darlington in South Carolina.
Haley, I'm in my second 20s right now.
Is that what your 30s are called? Second 20s? Hey. Cheers.
There's nothing in my cup.
It doesn't matter. To our second 20s. Here's to the second 20s. I'm enjoying my second 20s.
I am too, very much.
Like, I'm gonna tell y'all personally, it certainly felt as if, I don't know where this feeling came, if it was like the media or whatever, I don't know, that, you know, you're in your 20s, you're in like the prime of your life, right? And like, I don't know about that. Like, I feel better. I feel like more of who I am. I feel more established with where I want to be in life. Like, everything about my 30s has been better.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's true that you get older, right? Like, you get older and there's certainly more things that hurt in this decade than the last decade. But overall, I'm enjoying my 30s more than my 20s, I think. There was some good in the 20s, though.
Yeah.
But I feel now, you know, I'm a little more established of, like, I don't know, especially when you're in your early 20s, sometimes you're still really figuring out who you are. And now, Yeah, Haley says everything hurts, but I hate myself less. And I'm like, that's kind of right. That's kind of right. My God, a morning raid. Zachman 103 raiding with 22 people. The Zach Pack raid. Well, hi raiders. How y'all doing? We don't get the morning raids very often, and it's because
normally no one's up.
No one else is awake at this hour. This unbelievable hour of Checks Notes, 9:42 a.m.
It's my favorite hour of the day.
I mean, there is definitely a what's the word when it's like a stereotype. There's a stereotype about Twitch streamers, right? It's like they stream at night because they woke up at like 4 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and a lot of that is true. You know, I have a lot of friends that do this, and there's a lot of truth to that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's nice whenever someone's like up in the morning. So
coffee.
I'm good. I'm at school. Everyone else is Australian, so it's evening for them. Okay. Well, there you go. There you go. Let's see. We got 300 bits from Soccer Celica says, can I request good vibes? I am pretty sure I got scammed on PayPal, and PayPal was being a jerk and not helping even though all my money is gone. Anyone know how likely I can have my bank reverse the charge? I am nervous I can't get my money back. Good vibes. I have not been in that situation, so I'm not sure what the best course of action is. I've heard of PayPal doing like weird stuff sometimes. I've also heard that sometimes it's weird/bad and they'll deal with it, but it takes longer than you want it to. But I don't have any
I would talk to the bank
advice.
too and see what they say.
Yeah, I would definitely do that. I would probably do that quickly, maybe, just to hear what they have to say about it. That would be my first solution. But either way, good vibes, because that situation sucks. I'm sorry to hear about that. We also got 38 months from Sam Rolian. Sam Rolian, thank you. Appreciate it. So, what was I going to say?
Spiders.
Oh, I did find a spider yesterday.
I know you did.
Did you know that?
I gave you the...
That's right! That's right, you were there. Because I picked up, I was packing... Oh, Haley, I have...
Your Xbox.
Your Xbox is... I'm not claiming it as mine, but like...
You packed it in a box.
Yeah, it's going to move with us, just so you know. Because I was packing up everything at the entertainment center last night. And I was packing up the Xbox 360, which is your Xbox 360. And I took the power cable out. And I was like, oh, I got the power cable. And I looked on the power brick, there was a spider just like chilling and like walking along the Xbox power cable. And I was like, ah.
I also have Haley's nail plate stampers that I packed.
It's fine. I did not pack the spider in the box. So I did pack the spider into a paper towel. And then into the garbage. I'm sure he's fine. But I was holding the thing and it was like walking along the thing and I was like trying to thank you. I was trying to like spin it to make sure that it wouldn't walk onto my hand. Oh, well, I can't give you the spider back. Sorry. That's gonna have to wait. That's fine. Anyway, you know, one of the most unfortunate things is it feels like multiple consoles of ours like did not survive the move here.
Yeah.
Because there's been several times now that we have
gone to hook up a console here
and it doesn't work, and I'm just like, and it's not a big deal because like you can get consoles repaired, you can get new consoles, like you can figure it out. But it does suck. I don't like it. We had hooked up the GameCube and the GameCube turned on, but it wouldn't read any discs. And I was like, okay. And I emailed Roland about it, and I was like, Roland, I think I might need a new GameCube. And he's like, well, did you clean the lens? And I was like, no. He's like, maybe try that first, bud. And I was like,
I miss Roland.
And I was like, all right, but I haven't had time.
I miss Roland Sass in my life.
I haven't had time to do that, so instead it's just going to get packed up, and then I'll, figure it out. Does Player's Choice do repairs? No, but, they would figure something out for me, probably. Like, they'd let me have a loaner system, or they would swap something out for me if I needed it. If I got the console from them, they might.
Yeah, but that's like yours.
Yeah, that's not a policy of the store.
No.
That's just a perk of me spending a lot of money in that store over the years. Yeah. It's fine.
Hal, good morning,
Hal.
Hal.
Morning, Hal.
It's not morning there.
Well, morning here, Hal. Afternoon, Hal. To you, Hal. I hope. Also, if people type it in all caps, then it feels like Hal Labs. Every time.
Hal, you like our empty shelves?
Yeah. We've got this rock. And that's it. That's it. And then right off screen, I've got a GameCube. I've got a boxed copy of Super Mario All-Stars.
6 players guides that we couldn't fit with the rest of them.
6 players guides. 2 XLR cables. That's it.
We got this rock.
We got this rock. We got Snaby. So Snaby was on the edge of the couch and kind of falling off, and I was like, eh. So I have a box in my office that I never fully unpacked that was just plushes, so I put Snaby in there. And Snaby is so large.
Snaby takes up most of that box.
Snaby is so big, and I'm like, oh, I don't even know it's going to... Yes, there's airs there. I haven't sealed the box yet, so Snaby is still fine. Snaby can breathe. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Snaby's really big. I don't know if... I mean, people know because they've seen Snaby, but like Snaby's sizable. Also, Snaby is wide.
Yeah,
because
that shell.
It's the point on the shell. It's like this big, so I'm trying to like move it. The hat and Luma, where are those?
Did you pack those?
Oh, they're over here. They're on the shelf.
Okay.
Yeah. I got it. It's fine. We're gonna need the hat again for Odyssey when we get around to that, but it's a work in progress. Anyway, 300 bits and back in red says, hi, Stephen and Mel. Congrats on finishing Galaxy 2. Here's a fact about your LP. It took Stephen 15 attempts to beat the perfect run, and it took Mal 17 attempts to beat the Haunty Hall's Prankster Comet. Conclusion, Haunty Hall's Comet is the hardest star in the game.
Good conclusion, Red. I think you're right.
Oh. That was probably one of my favorite moments from the entire thing.
Yeah.
You really struggled with Haunty Halls. We only need a sample size of 2. It's true. It's true. It took Mal 2 attempts to beat whatever the one before the perfect run is.
Yeah. Whatever they call it.
Perfect run, but you can get hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2-player Galaxy 2 is great. Would play on 2-player again. We got 31 months from Space Cat Zero. 300 bits from Shia says, the raised arm with the wrist and hand dangling down, is that the new cult greeting? The raised arm with the wrist and hand.
Like a... What?
It's like a zombie hand. Also, I just realized the cult is divided into the coffee and tea sects, vying for control and favor from our George Overlord. Grandparents. I'm trying to think who in the...
Haley says, I think we just hug. We do just hug.
We just hug. We just hug. Hugging is easier. Between everyone in Raleigh, I'm trying to think who is coffee people and who is tea people. So Haley,
We're coffee.
Yeah, we are coffee. Alex is coffee. Brandon is coffee. Haley drinks tea.
Because
Dan drinks tea. Josh drinks coffee. So there's 5 coffee people and 2 tea people. Dan and Haley.
the spider.
Oh! I got there.
You got there after you were
Let me
told.
tell you a fun thing. We're doing the mail video yesterday, and it took me a little while into the video before my brain realized why people were sending me things related to 2018. My brain did not put that together, and I was just like, no, this is really weird, but thanks. And then eventually it occurred to me that all of the mail was sent at the time that I had finished the 2018 vlogs, which now to me feels like 4 lifetimes ago. I'm like, I finished them and I just immediately I'm like so over it. I don't remember that it ever happened. And as a result, we had the stuff that's like all 2018, and then eventually I was like, oh, that's what happened. Vagabond says, wasn't that only last month? I mean, yeah, it was like right at the very end of February, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting because it wasn't that long ago, but to me, it feels like it was years ago. I mean, I finished that and I'm like, done. So I'll never have to think about that again. Thank God. I don't want to have to think about that again. Mr. Gameboy also gifted sub to Hal Diamond. Thank you, Mr. Gameboy. Yeah, you've had to move since then.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. I don't love it.
Yeah, Bo.
I don't love it.
Hi.
Oh, also, while I'm thinking about it, so we got some things coming up this week. Obviously, on Thursday, we're doing a breakfast stream as we do. As we do. Thursday evening, we're gonna do another cooking stream on Mal's channel. So be excited for that. We don't have a time for that, but we'll just say probably 7 again.
Yeah.
Probably 7 p.m. on Thursday evening. On Friday, I had announced that, Disco Only tonight. Disco Only tonight. I so quickly and easily forget Disco Only exists. Sorry. Disco Only tonight. On Friday, I had announced that we were going to be playing Advance Wars. And that is true. And in the interim of me announcing that I wanted to play Advance Wars, and now Nintendo was like, do you want Advance Wars? And I was like, joke's on you! I was gonna cover it no matter what! So, we're definitely doing Advance Wars. So I'm really excited about that. Advance Wars is one of my favorite games on Game Boy Advance. I have played through all of it. I played through all of it like right at its launch, and it came out at a very interesting time in U.S. history. But I played through all of it and loved it, and I've also played through Advance Wars 2 as well, and Advance Wars 1 and 2 are what's included on the remake, so it'll be fun to play. I'm looking forward to it. No, we did not run Beans.
Beans.
Yeah.
Oh, kitty cat.
Okay. Anyway, that's a good question. Gaming Fan says, will the Malmix streams be every Thursday? Nope. No. We don't know when they'll be.
It's made sense right now with moving.
Once
we get settled and I have my spaces back,
then we'll figure it out. But for now, it's just coincidental that it's been Thursday. Yeah. And then
what did Hell ask?
Sorry, let me scroll up. You have a tech question for me? Sure.
Also, Penguin Frog.
Ask me live.
I'll post ingredients at some point.
Yeah, we have to figure out what you're making.
I think I know what I'm making.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we'll we'll come up with whatever it is we're gonna do, and then
I'll tweet it again.
Yeah, it'll be fun. The one that we made last time was pretty easy to make, which I think people appreciated because it was mostly just like, you know, make stuff.
I think I'm gonna do something easy again just because move.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Want to talk tech stuff? Who loves tech stuff?
I do love tech stuff. We spent earlier in the stream talking about how different focal lengths on cameras affect people's faces. Fun fact, that's not the only thing, because Genesis was the one that brought that up. Genesis, you may be interested in knowing the other effect of that. And it's probably obvious because faces are just a way in order, like, to wrap your mind around it. But what that can do is it also compresses the background. And that's really interesting. So how much background you see is also dependent upon that. So that's really neat. Because, like, you can frame someone the same and, like, they'll be filling the same amount of frame, but how much background you see is completely different. Like, it'll be the difference between seeing, you know, the entire cityscape and nothing. But the person's face doesn't change. Anyway, it's real neat. And, you know, cinematographers make a decision about the focal length that they want, you know, sometimes based on things like that, of like, oh, okay, well, we want to see the whole city background, or we don't want to see, you know, the whole city background based on whatever. It's called I think you're thinking of dolly zoom. I don't know what a fractal zoom is. Let me Google that. Fractal zoom?
Hal says yes.
What is a fractal zoom? What is a fractal zoom? Is this like a kaleidoscope thing?
Hal says yes about dolly zoom.
Okay. Fractal zoom looks like it is unrelated to video, but is some other thing.
Hal, what was your tech question?
Yeah, did you have a tech question? Because I can just talk about cameras.
And you will, if no one stops you.
How focal your length? Is that how I do this, Haley? Haley, you have learned well, Renee. I have had the best teacher. Oh no. Oh no. Why? Listen, I get this enough from Haley. I don't know that I need this from everyone. Spinnertrap says Google Pixel phone has portrait mode with blurred background, which is very nice for taking pics of the kids and conveniently ignoring the messy toy explosion floor.
I have a cat.
And the iPhone has that now too. I think probably at this point most phones do. That's all software, but when the software is good enough, it does not matter. There are purists in the world who are very upset about the software blurring, and my opinion is if the software can do it well, it does not matter. It does not matter. Also, trying to achieve certain things with actual lenses would be like almost impossibly difficult. So I just don't bother. Just do it. If you can do it with software, do it with software. Oh, I actually don't have any recommendations for that. Hal says, have you ever experimented with simulcasting, streaming to 2 different channels simultaneously? I don't have any recommendations because I've never had to do it. Someone else might have a recommendation. MC, yeah, MC would be someone to ask. You could probably tweet at MC and just be like, hey, what do you do? But yeah, I've never had to do it. Anytime we...
Josh's OBS can just do that.
Really? What? OBS is crazy now. How does it do all these things? Yeah, OBS got a lot better. You know, the biggest... I've talked about it, but the biggest change in OBS in the last, like... I don't know, few months... Why do you want him?
I want to hold him.
Oh, just to hold him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. One of the biggest changes in the last few months from OBS is just the ability to capture individual application audio. That's that honestly, the fact that didn't exist before was just crazy. You know, it used to be like you had to capture your whole system, and that people were making like plugins or extensions to do that, but now you can be like, oh no, I need to capture my game and my Discord audio and my music audio all separate so I can adjust the volume. Like, you couldn't do that before without the addition of plugins, and that's just one of the most helpful things. So anyway, OBS is great. It's a great tool. It's kind of, honestly, I think it's kind of gotten up there with Photoshop for me. Like, I feel like everyone can benefit from knowing Photoshop or some sort of photo editing program to some extent. And then alongside that, I think more important, like now more than ever, everyone should have some basic knowledge of how OBS works in case you need to capture something. Like if you need to capture something on your computer, you'll know how to do it. So. Pork. Where are the games? What's happening? Morning, Alex. From Cheese Hammer says, I want to try too. I'll hammer your cheese. Or, well, I would if I was ever allowed to. Sorry, I only let certain people hammer my cheese. It's a very personal thing. I try not to let everyone get involved on hammering my cheese.
Oh, he's purring.
I'm surprised that he made that transition.
I know, and didn't go back to your lap.
Yeah, because sometimes I will give the cat to Mao, and he will immediately just walk back. What? Just immediately like, nah. Hi. And I'm like, oh, sorry about that. Because I don't ever want to make you feel bad. He just like, I think it's just because my lap big. That's
your lap is big.
My lap's really big. I can hold so many cats or people or
this is you.
What's another large object? I don't know, basketballs on my lap.
You are his emotional support human.
Yeah, I am.
You are.
And that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay. Yeah, that's right. Cheese Hammer did make a cameo on your last stream. He likes big laps and he cannot lie. He's a good boy. Anyway, all right. Anything we haven't to announce today? Probably not. I mean, it's fine, really.
Your lap can hold a third of Jules.
Well, historically, my lap has held about a third of Jules. I could probably hold the entirety of Jules. We'll have to test that at some point.
Yeah.
Things are going on today. I don't have any vlogs ready for today. I did release 2 yesterday, and they're very good. I think they're both really worth your time. They're fun. I will try and get more done today, but today is such a busy day.
Mm-hmm. There's also disc only tonight.
And there is disc only tonight. Move day is next week. That's so gross. It's so gross. It's fine. It's fine.
Thursday's breakfast stream, and I'm gonna stream.
Yeah, and then Thursday night, Mal's streaming, and then Friday night we're playing Advance Wars. Friday night stream will be the last game stream in the house. The last game stream in the house. In fact, maybe we'll even take down the green screen at the end of the stream because we can.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Haley because the green screen that we've used here, that was something that she sewed together for us. We got that for the quarry. Mm-hmm. And man, that's been great. That's been so helpful.
And yeah, I didn't have my bobbin. I couldn't find any bobbins.
Yeah, it was just very.
So Haley came in clutch.
Yeah, and we've gotten so much use out of it because we started using it just for every stream because it's wider than the Elgato one by a lot. So it's like, oh, we'll just use this, and yeah, it was nice. Give the green screen a Viking feeder. I mean, we're gonna use it in the new place. I don't know that we should set it on fire, but yeah, we'll have to get... That's one of the reasons we got to get things set up so quickly is, like, there's so many moving parts. We got to get everything...
Haley comes at you fast.
We have to get everything set up in time for Zelda.
The first time I met Haley, she ran around the corner and, like, startled me. She was around the back of the building and she ran around.
Well, she said she comes at you fast. It's true. Triforce Drummer says, haven't been able to keep up with all the news and everything. Is the new place near the current place? Yeah, we don't have to move very far.
Yeah.
Last time we had to move like 3 hours. This time we have to move like a few minutes. We will be closer to friends, and that part's good. We will be closer to both Alex and Haley and the Triforce boys. So there's a lot of good things. So Alex says, I snuck up on Haley the first time I met her and gently kicked Chaz in the back. What? You snuck up on me the first time we met. But we were already dating.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't, like, sneak up on me, I guess. You just approached me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's coming up soon. Because I just read that thing. It was, June...
Oh, that's what you
June 10th. June 10th was the first time we met in person in 2008. So that was a while ago. Chaz said, yeah, after I had just told Jeff, don't worry, these friends aren't all that weird. Alex ran up
Chaz, why did
kicked
you lie
Chaz
to Jeff?
Yeah, you shouldn't have lied to Jeff. That sounds like a bold-faced lie. Don't worry, Jeff. Everyone's real cool. He lied like a liar. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, 300 from Shy says, and then Alex gently snuck up on Steven from the closet and nearly gave him a heart attack. That's true. That's true. It's kind of what happened the other day with me and Josh. I didn't really sneak up on Josh.
Oh,
I
you
just
snuck up on Josh.
I mean, I just opened the door. But that was Josh's hey bro moment. I've had my hey bro moment. That was his. Alex, what? Alex, you just have a history of being so gentle, so. Alright, we should wrap up. That's it. So, yeah, I've never been that terrified. Oh, so far. Sorry, just want to clarify. So far, it can get, trust me, it can be higher. We have a long day ahead of us because there's lots of things that we have to try and get done today. It's gonna be, today's actually gonna be madness. But it's fine. Yeah, well, so far, just because, Josh, you're still young and there's still so many years for me to
Thanks, Chaz.
say hi to you in my special ways. Yeah, all right. I don't have anything else to add. You have anything?
No.
Okay. Have a good Tuesday. That's it. Treat yourself well. Be kind to yourself. We will see you on Thursday morning for another breakfast stream. Those raspberry rallies were good, man. Those were good. Watch the 2 vlogs. I'm gonna try and have more out today, but if I, whether or not I get to that, definitely watch the 2 that went up yesterday, 4.2 and 4.3, because they're good. They're real good ones. All right, bye.